Maybe it was just an ordinary afternoon, a moment of uncontrollable laughter with friends, or the instant you accomplished something small that once felt impossible. But you didn't recognize it because you were too busy chasing the future, the goals, the dreams, the milestones. I used to be that person, the kind who believed once I achieve this or that, then I'll be happy. At the time, I lived in my parents' basement. I was addicted to video games, ate excessively, and my health was in terrible shape. My room felt more like a cave, scattered with empty energy drink cans, blinds permanently shut, the only light coming from my World of Warcraft triple monitor setup. I weighed 265 pounds. My bank account barely had $50. As for my love life, my most meaningful relationship was with my raid team. Yet every single night I would promise myself, it'll be different soon. Once I lose weight, get a decent job, find a girlfriend, move out. Then my real life will begin. Then I'll finally be happy. But one day I stopped waiting, not because I was ready, but because I had hit rock bottom. I started changing things, tiny things that almost seemed meaningless. I swapped an energy drink for a glass of water. I walked around the block for 10 minutes each day. I submitted one job application a day. They were small changes, but the feelings were huge. My heart would pound every time I hit submit on a job form. I'd get this strange thrill when I walked just a bit farther than the day before. Those emotions, excitement, nervousness, even fear, turned out to be the real joy. And here's the twist. The biggest life lesson came from the very thing that once consumed me: gaming. In World of Warcraft, I spent months grinding for a legendary sword. I kept thinking, once I get that sword, I'll finally enjoy the game. But what happened when I got it? I stood in the city, showing it off for a day, and then felt completely empty. No fulfillment, no joy. The excitement wasn't in having the sword. It was in the journey of earning it. The battles, the effort, the moments I almost gave up but didn't. And life outside the screen? It worked the same way. A year and a half later, I had everything I once dreamed of: 87 pounds lighter, a stable job, a wonderful girlfriend, my own apartment. But then that same emptiness returned, the exact feeling I had after earning that sword. And that's when it hit me. I was never happiest at the finish line. I was happiest on the way there. I was most alive when my legs trembled on those early walks, when I nervously hovered over the submit button, when I stumbled through that first awkward conversation with a girl. Palms sweaty, heart racing. Those little moments, filled with effort, vulnerability, and courage, that's where joy was hiding. Here's the truth no one tells you. There is no magical finish line that brings everlasting happiness. No moment will make you wake up and stay happy forever. Because as soon as you achieve one goal, your mind sets its sights on the next one. And just like that, you're always chasing something while missing what you already have. So, what's the solution? There are two things you need to remember. First, always have something you're moving toward. It doesn't have to be big, just something that makes you excited to get out of bed. Maybe it's learning a new recipe, finally picking up that book collecting dust on your shelf, learning 3 chords on that old guitar. The size of the goal doesn't matter. What matters is that it pulls you forward. Second, and this is the most important one, stop waiting to start living. That voice in your head whispering, "I'll be happy when," it's lying to you. The life of your dreams isn't waiting at some faraway milestone. It's right here, in the small moments you're living today. In each time you push slightly beyond your comfort zone, in every tiny victory, in each failure you learn from and rise after. You don't have to wait to be ready to live a happy life. Because the incredible truth is, the dream life doesn't begin at the end. It appears the moment you start trying.